In rural America, reliable broadband is no longer a luxury. It's a necessity. For communities like Evans County, Georgia, the lack of high-speed internet has created significant challenges.
Here in rural Evans County, we didn't even have certain vendors to choose from. We had nobody. We had satellite vendors that would provide broadband, but cloud cover comes up, you lose that opportunity, no communication, no information being received.
Getting services into the rural community, because of the density and the fact that folks live miles apart sometimes, density is a problem because the cost to build the project is so much, and with so few customers, it's hard to make it worthwhile for companies like ours to come out and provide this service.
Enter PacFiber and USDA's Reconnect program, working together to bring high-speed internet to rural Evans County.
It's a family-owned business, and their mission since day one has been to serve everyone they possibly can serve. Once the Reconnect programs became available, that's when we started looking around outside of our ILEC area to areas that were unserved or underserved.
So the tractor, when you see it, it's a heavy-duty vibratory plow, and it just shakes the earth. It's got a plow blade on it. It runs about 18 inches deep, and it drags in a conduit that we pull a fiber optic cable through. That fiber optic cable goes from the side of the house all the way back to the right-of-way, makes a connection that essentially hooks this house up to the World Wide Web through a fiber connection.
The impact of reliable high-speed internet on rural communities is transformative.
I never knew all the different ways until we started this expansion that people were using it. I didn't realize it was used so much in farming.
We're a typical row crop operation, growing primarily cotton, corn, peanuts, and soybeans, and we have a cattle operation. Corn markets are driven by logistics. The nearest feed mill typically will pay the best price, and that's the case here.
I would say this broadband capability allows us to access certain things like the Georgia Criminal Information System. Now that PAC and USDA has extended this fiber out into rural Evans County, where there was no other option, no other availability, they've created a straight lifeline between the sheriff's office and the citizen.
Through the efforts of companies like PacFiber and programs like USDA's Reconnect, rural America is bridging the digital divide, ensuring a connected and prosperous future for all its residents.
We just want to stick with the USDA program because it makes the most sense. But we're all for the USDA grant programs here.
Rural America was losing population. Our smartest and brightest are leaving our rural areas. And so connectivity brings that full circle and leaves that excuse of not having to leave home.